Hello, everyone, and welcome to my next game. This is Dragon Quest Builders for the PS4. Now, before we go on, you might notice that the volume is a bit lower than normal. In fact, it's a fair bit lower than normal, and we're going to discuss why in a moment. For now, though, we're watching a rather cute and yet at the same time foreboding introduction, which shows the people doing very poorly now until they find a hero. Jam that shit in there, homie. And all of a sudden, everything's all full of life and vibrancy and all that other shit. And we get to work. Just constructing the hell out of shit. Breaking blocks, putting buildings together, that sort of thing. I can tell you it's not quite that easy. But it's a fun little game nonetheless, I can tell you that much right now. It's an interesting game, as it's a Japanese take on Minecraft. Using, let's be honest, one of the most venerable RPG franchise brands quite possibly ever. And for the most part, they pull it off pretty well. Like the combat doesn't feel as bad. You know, if you want to build peacefully, for the most part, you can do that. You know, there's not like creepers that are just going to blow your shit up entirely. It's a very well-made game. And one that really, I'll be real with you, really puts Minecraft to shame. And honestly, any sort of future building-oriented game should really be looking at this game. I mean, obviously look at Minecraft as well, but definitely give this game a look. Anyway, I mentioned the volume, and I'm going to show you why right now. This game is a copyrighted work. The copyright is held by a collaboration of authors representing Square-Enix Company Limited. Additionally, this is the important part. Additionally, the music copyright is held by Sugiyama Kobo. Streaming of this game is permitted only in non-commercial contexts. However, using streams of the game to primarily provide or listen to the music is prohibited even in such non-commercial contexts. Now, you might argue that there's no way anyone could say that this is primarily to listen to the music, but I'm not going to take any chances and have anybody coming banging down my door. I think I mentioned in the Dragon Quest playthrough that Koichi Sugiyama is a giant dickhole, and quite frankly, I don't want to give him any chance to start some shit. I mean, if you've seen the Japanese music industry or read about it, you'll know that Jazz Rat makes the RIAA look like the fucking EFF. So, better safe than sorry, as they say. Anyway, Cantlin. Before we do that, though, you'll notice the character customization is in the game settings. Now, when you start a new game, of course, you'll be asked to do this at the beginning. But since I've played this before, you can go over here, and I can go over here and customize if I want to. I've already done that. Female, hair, skin and eyes, they're all good. Got a name. Shout outs to the boys at ranmahentai.com, by the way. Love that click. I'm quite happy with the character. Thank you. Anyway, as you can see, the game is broken up into 4 smaller games. You know, 4 smaller settings, I should say. Each harder than the last. You have Cantlin, Rumeldar, Colin Gallenholm, and Tantigal. When you play the game first, only Cantlin is available, but as you beat each section, you'll unlock the next. Which is how we have Tantigal over here. Also, Terra Incognita unlocks after you beat the first section, and as you beat more parts of the game, more of Terra Incognita will unlock. We'll talk about that when we get there. However, we are starting up with Cantlin, a land of plains and plateaus in southern Alefgard, which was once home to a formidably fortified city. We are starting from the beginning, of course. And the world is constructed when you begin playing. Now here's a familiar face, it's the Dragon Lord. So, thou art come before me at last. I am the Dragon Lord, Master of Masters, King of Kings. Long have I awaited this moment. Come, take thy rightful place at my side. Do so, and I will grant unto thee dominion over half this world. Thou wishest not for half the world. Wilt thou not reconsider? 'Tis an offer few would refuse. You might remember that from the end of Dragon Quest. And now we're back to the present day. Ranko, at long last I have found you. A single foolish choice has plunged this hallowed land into darkness. Beneath benighted skies, my children crawl as insects on the earth, powerlessly awaiting their own destruction. Only by the power contained within you may this ruined world be rebuilt. Arise, my child. Your destiny awaits. Now I'm gonna say this right now before we move on. A lot of this is tutorial. So I'm gonna try to read the important, story bits, but I'm probably not gonna dwell too much on the tutorial stuff because it's pretty dense and it's pretty heavily front loaded, as you'll see. Ranko, my child, you have finally awoken. Do you remember who you are? Do you remember what you are? I see. So you have no recollection of before. No matter. Indeed, perhaps it is for the best. After so long a slumber, no doubt your body will still be weak. Arise, my child, and see that you can move freely. And again, like I said, tutorial bits. Lots and lots and lots of tutorial bits. Thank goodness, all seems to be well. You can fulfill your role. Ranko, my child, I have awoken you that you might perform a vital task. A task upon which the fate of this very world may... What? I do not doubt that you might feel a little poorly. But is not the fate of the world much more important than... Oh, my poor child, it is true. You are nearly at death's door. It seems your lengthy slumber has robbed you of your strength. Here, my child, take these white petals. You can use them to restore your vitality. So you grab that, and now you've been blessed with a special power, the power to combine raw materials and build items anew. See what I mean by tutorial stuff? They're telling me to use the tree stump to make some healing cream with the white petals. And a lot of this game is going to be, at least a lot of this session is going to be very basic tutorial stuff. It's actually quite annoying. Yes, yes, yes. Use the healing cream, blah 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 blah. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous, and I'm gonna try not to go too fast. But if y'all really want to read this boring ass shit, you can feel free to pause the video at any point you like. Let me just use that real quick. Do you feel better now? I see the color has returned to your cheeks. Yes, yes, we did. However, the men and women who inhabit this world have lost that power of creation. Ranko, my child, a sacred duty rests upon your young shoulders. You must. Hmm? Well, yes, I quite understand that you wish to leave this place, but first you must learn of your. Very well. I will show you how to build a path out of this crypt. Okay, now we're getting the first branch, and she's going to tell us that we can use the broken branch to make a cypress stick, which is the first weapon that you gain in the game. Build that. As you can see, it's one broken branch will make one cypress stick. So you make your cypress stick, and you have you have a cypress stick. Okay. Mankind once used made tools, used them to build a thriving civilization. As all great civilizations do, they too built weapons, but now only you have the power to build such things. You've been entrusted with a divine mission to. Well, I can see you're eager to see the world outside, but would you rather not learn more of? Very well. To build a path out of here, you must first equip the weapon you have made. Press serious. You see? I mean, I will say this though. They are at least aware that this tutorial is annoying as fuck. But it's like just because they're aware and poking fun at it doesn't make it not annoying. You know, it's being ironically annoying is still bullshit. Yes, yes, yes. Can we get on with it? Ever since the world plunged into darkness, and yeah, they have awaited the coming of the one with the ability to create. Psst, you see, they know. They know this is bullshit. They know that this front end nonsense is crap. You see how they have your character falling asleep like this? The dreams, hopes, and fates of the people of this world rest on your shoulders. If this land is ever to see the light, you must fulfill your sacred duty. And you're not asleep, are you? Perhaps it is best we continue this conversation outside. And now they're telling us to collect blocks of earth. Grab the tree stump. That should be enough. They're telling you how to place blocks, and even giving you a mark on how to get the hell out of this annoying ass crypt. Like I was saying, rather than this fucking too cool for school shit, where they make fun of how fucking long and boring the introduction of the game is, maybe they should have made the game a little less the early bit of this game a little less fucking tedious. And I'll say this, I just beat Dragon Quest Builders 2, and they did a lot better job of letting you play for longer periods of time and spreading things out a little more. Granted, it helps that there we go. It helps that this first game laid a lot of the foundations, but still, I imagine a lot of people who played the second game didn't play the first, so the streamlining of this tutorial shit really helps that game. But we're not playing Dragon Quest Builders 2, we're playing Dragon Quest Builders 1. Well done, Ronco. You have found your way back to the outside world. When your eyes adjust to the brightness, you will see the world of Alefgard before you. Light was lost to this land long ago, and now darkness reigns eternal. The people who inhabit this somber realm once had the power to create, until it was wrenched from them. Without it, their culture crumbled to dust. Rank, you have been entrusted with a momentous mission. Only by the power you hold, the power to create, can this world be rebuilt, and the people of Alefgard rise once more. Again, we established this a few minutes ago. What do you mean you don't get it? How can anyone not fucking get it? Forgive me, my child, after only just awoken from so long a slumber, this must all come as quite a shock. Let's have the more simple approach. Use the power of creation that dwells within you and rebuild the world however you see fit. No doubt you'll fulfill your duty in the course of doing so. So too will you come to learn of the tragedy that befell this world and the role you are to play in its salvation. I am Rubis, the spirit of the land. Go forth, my child, and know that I do watch over you always. Oh, and Ronco, there is one last thing that you must know. You are not a hero. If nothing else, remember this. Be a hero if I want to, bitch. You know, I'm gonna save the fucking world just to spite you. That goddamn long ass tutorial section. You know what the sad part is? We're not done. We're not even close to fucking done. We just saw the title card for Cantlin. Well, this bustling city thrived here, ringed all around with stout fortifications. But all was destroyed in the relentless attacks by the monsters, and scarcely a trace remains of its blah 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 blah. You must use the power within you to rebuild the city of Cantlin. This is the first step in your journey to make Alefgard arise once more. To this end, I bestow upon you a gift. Now what they're going to tell you, now what the goddess is telling you is, you take the banner of hope, right? And you go to the pillar of light that you see, and you ram that son of a bitch into the spot, and that'll establish your base. Let's roll then. Trust me, this game isn't quite as annoying once you get through the first hour or so. Like, that's the thing, it's a very fun game once you get through all this bullshit. It's just that you have to get through all this bullshit. Then he breaks some of this fucking, his dirt. We're gonna need the space later. Do that. Ah, cool, some white petals. There's more of that. Grab another one of those. The branch. You might wonder why I'm doing this. In my first playthrough of both this game and Builders 2, I would often have a situation where since I was trying to build around this shit, I was having trouble, putting things in various places. Can't break that block yet. But that's cool. Boom. Getting rid of all this dirt. This earth, I mean. Well, it's dirt anyway. Will at least help with the initial phases of starting to build the city. Although I could tell you that it's a very small space. The actual Cantlin, this is not. Like if you remember when we were playing Dragon Quest originally, Cantlin was fucking huge. Anyway, let's put some of these in this gap. Which is another reason I got all this fucking all this earth. This will give me a little more freedom, a little more latitude, as it were, which is very important. That's it. As you can see, you can carry 99 things in a stack in this game. In the second game, they rose that up to 999. So it's a lot easier to keep reserves of stuff. Honestly, the second game, you could tell in the second game that they took a lot of the lessons of this first game to heart. And I can tell you, I'm gonna have a lot of fun when it's time to play that other game. Simply because of how much more considered all the quality of life stuff is. Still, though, I would recommend playing this game first, if only to gain an appreciation for what they were trying to do and all the improvements that they did make into. Because this game is still good on its own, you know. It's not like playing Street Fighter 1. Like Street Fighter 1, and yes, I will be continuing the Street Fighter 2 playthrough. Don't get it twisted. But the first Street Fighter, there's no fucking reason to play that goddamn game. 2 is definitely where it's at. We've got some more branches. It's worth remembering, and you can probably tell by the symbol on the lower left with the sniper stick, weapons have a durability rating. So you want to be very careful and not waste too much of your durability. I'm going to put this here, just so we can get some future quests out of the way. Yes, I'm doing some sequence breaking, but like I said, this is very much a tutorial section, this first hour or so. So the more you can get out of the way, the better. Let me go back here, keep building stuff. Torch. We got torches. Got a bonfire. And now we've got an oak club. Go back here, equip the club. As you can see in this screen, you can equip up to 5 weapons at a time, as well as 1 armor, 1 shield, and 2 accessories. The 5 weapons is very important because your weapons tend to break quite a bit. Let's put bonfire here. We now have a room. And now we put the flag in its pedestal. A warm and soothing light spreads all around. People near and far will be attracted by the banner's beckoning light. Look, my child, here's one already. Now, it's worth remembering. It's worth noting. You see the, let me take it out. You'll notice, there's a zoom out feature that's very handy, by the way. You'll notice that the base has a much brighter light around it than the rest of the world, now that I've put the flag there. That area is where your base will be. You can build anywhere you want. In fact, in this particular game, it's very wise in some of the latter parts of each section to have away bases so you can rest and do any other sort of emergency emergency items that you might need to make. But only in the brightly lit area will any other villagers work. So you want to keep any sort of facilities that you intend for the whole village to use in that area. Very important to remember. And here we have our first villager. What's this funny flag doing here? There's something special about this place. It's so bright and inviting. My name's Pippa. What's yours? Pippa moves into Runko's base. What's that? You're the one who planted that flag here. Who are you? Where did you come from? You don't remember. The goddess told you to come here. So you've got amnesia and you're hearing voices. That's not suspicious in the slightest. Oh, but this place is just so lovely. Can I live here? You want the power that dwells within you. You cannot build alone. Now the goddess is telling you, your first step in rebuilding the city is to house those who will join you in living here. Little remains of this dilapidated house save the door. Repair it by filling in the holes with earth, which we've already done. And now they tell you how to move your blocks into higher or lower places using the L1 button to move higher and the R1 button to move lower. And of course, you press square to put the block in. You can hold the button while standing still to put blocks one on top of the other in quick succession, or while moving to put them in a line. And now we've made the, it didn't need the earth. I wouldn't say they're good as new, it's fucking dirt. Yes, we did. I thought you were just a weird girl with voices in her head. But you completely fixed that broken down old house. You must have some kind of special power. Here, take these. I found them on my way here. You can have them for fixing the house for me. And hey, more white petals. And while we're here, let's make a healing cream, since, hey, done and dusted. You must have some kind of special power to be able to fix up that old house like that. How did you do it? What? You've got the power to build new things? What does build mean? Yep. That's where we are in this world. People are so fucked up they don't even know what it means to make new shit. Ranko, my child, do you remember what I told you? Long ago, the people of this land lost the power of creation. It is your duty to help them regain this power. Anyway, I really appreciate you fixing the house like this, but it's not much use without some kind of light inside. But I can't see any torches around here. Yeah, now they're telling us about the workstation, which we've already done. Broken branch. Find that torch. You didn't find it? You built it? Ah, so that's what building means. You picked up stuff from around here and somehow changed it into a torch, right? Thanks. I think I understand. Sort of. Hey, do you think you might be able to build anything with this? If you need any more, I'll see if I can find some. And we get another branch. Because, you know, those aren't every fucking where. I just realized something. You never told me your name. Ranko? Pfft, what kind of name is that? Doesn't sound like you'd have any special powers at all. But you can't judge someone by their name, right? Anyway, Ranko. You've still got those torches you made, right? We should put one of them in the house. And now she's gonna tell us. Now Rubus is gonna tell us the game's rules for a proper room, which is 2 blocks high, a door, and a light source. Yeah, that's usually, and they're reiterating that you use the fucking square button to put shit down, which you can also do with torches and other light sources, like we did with the bonfire just a little while ago. Brilliant! Now that it's all set up, the room's perfect. You're amazing, Ronco. You really do have special powers. It's hard to believe that someone who looks so dopey could be so talented. Again, a little self-aware, but it's not so bad this time because let's be honest, Toriyama's art is kind of fucking dopey looking. Derpy. But you can't judge someone by their appearance, right? Anyway, thanks, Ronco. Now we have somewhere to live. And now we have the Seed of Life, which is an important item because this game's level system only works by whereby you get stronger as your base levels up. I think you get a maximum of 4 levels. So these Seeds of Life are important in increasing your maximum HP in between levels. Hey Ronco, thanks to you, we have such a lovely room, but don't you think it would be so much better if we had something to sleep on at night? I know, maybe you could build something. And now again, she's telling us we have to get stuff to fashion bedding. And that if you put a bed in a room, you can sleep in it day or night, and it helps you restore your health. It would be great if you could make 2 things to sleep on. If we had 2 beds, we could sleep next to each other. Oh, how nice. This time, I shall leave you to gather the materials you need to build the straw mattresses young people requests. Now, to build one you must first... Thankfully, this is one thing. You don't have to do a whole bunch of stuff to actually build stuff. You just have to have the materials and bring them to the bench. And you'll get the formula. And you'll just get the item if you have the formula learned. You can learn stuff... Sorry about that. You can learn by finding items for the first time. That's 1. And that's 2. So now let's put the beds where they belong. Which is here. And now we have a bedroom. So a bedroom obviously needs a bed. And different rooms will be defined by different things in them. Wow, you built us something to sleep on. Thank you, Ronco. Whether it's another day, as we mentioned before, we can recover health at any time by going to the beds. In darkness, you'll have stronger monsters, but if you don't want to deal with that, you just go to a bed and it'll automatically go back to morning. Which is another reason why you want to have extra rooms outside of your base. Like if you have to go really far away and it starts getting dark, you can make another room and not deal with the bullshit. Ronco, my child, you discovered the means to build a straw mattress all by yourself. In addition to the power to create that I bestowed unto you, it seems you also bear the special skill to discern what can be made from the materials you find. This is a wondrous power you have. It shall no doubt prove invaluable to you in your quest to rebuild this city. Ronco? Hello, Ronco. Was the goddess speaking to you? You were staring off into space with your mouth open again. You gotta pay more attention to what's going on around you, Ronco. If you keep spacing out like that, you'll never get anything done. And now time passes by. Because up until this point, the day-night mechanic wasn't in effect. So now, day-night effect. Ronco, can I ask you something? With all this wandering around and collecting stuff, aren't you getting a bit hungry? Huh? No, it's not just me. That's not my tummy rumbling. You must be hearing things again. But anyway, look. There are a lot of plumberry trees around here. Plumberries are kind of small and they don't really fill you up, but they're really sweet and juicy. Can you go and find some plumberries for me, Ronco? Please? We'll need at least 5 for a decent meal. Yes, she just described a plumberry. You see, I don't see why you need to be told the same shit twice. You know what I'm saying? She told me what the plumberry is, that it's... She told me that they're at the plumberry trees. Like, have some faith in the goddamn player. You know what I'm saying? Thankfully, once we get through with this tutorial bit, it'll be a lot less obnoxious. At least I'm hoping. It's been a minute since I've played this particular game, and having just come off of 2, I might make a bit of an ass of myself. Come on, Bucky boys, where the hell are the trees? Shouldn't be too hard, they're fucking bright pink fruit. You know, it's not exactly the most difficult thing to find. Let me see something. Yep, this club isn't gonna take down those trees. But we're not gonna have to worry about that just yet. Lots of bones. Like, you can really tell that this place has not been treated well lately. But it's cool, I'll just keep collecting other shit while I try to find some of these fucking trees. Ah, I see it. I see a plumberry. Pop. 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 That's an important part of just getting around. You know, breaking blocks will help you climb up, and placing blocks will also be of value. You know, you can climb up mountains and shit that way. There's some water. It's always nice. That'll I'm sure come in handy later on for 5. And now we have enough for the quest to complete. So let's go back to the town. Hop, hop, hop. And here we are. No, this ain't it. This is where we got out of the little tomb that we had. Also, as you can see, there's fall damage. And of course, when you get damage, you can use healing cream, or if you're feeling safe in a particular area, you can wait for your health to regenerate. We'll talk about that in a little bit. For now, let's give this girl her plumberries. Wow, you found so many plumberries. Can I have them? Well, I can't continue the quest if I don't give them to you, now can I? Hooray! Thanks, Ranko. To tell you the truth, I'm actually really hungry. Here, these are for you. It's your share. I mean, you must be starving too, right? They're really tasty, you should try them. And now we have the hunger system introduced to us. You'll notice that on the upper left corner of the screen, we now have these five loaves of bread. That's basically your hunger meter. As each of the loaves empty, you'll get closer and closer to being starved. The big thing about being starved is that you'll lose health if you're fully empty. So you wanna keep a close eye on that. Anyway, we got more shit to do. You know, Runko, I've been thinking. You run around smashing up all the trees and grass and stuff, and use the materials you find to build new things, right? It'd be pretty useful to have somewhere to store all that stuff, don't you think? After all, you're gonna have to collect a lot of different materials pretty soon. Why? Well, it's a secret. But you should still make something to put all your stuff in. Your friend is wise indeed. Having a place to store and manage the resources you gather would serve you well. Can you conceive of an item that would serve such a role? Of course, a chest is fucking obvious. And there you go. Let's see how we make a chest, shall we? A chest is 3 broken branches, which is actually quite simple. Which is good because in this early portion of the game, you can only carry what's in your hotbar. So having a chest is a very good thing. It'll get better for you soon, a little bit later, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. Wow, you made a chest. Now you can put all the stuff you've collected in there and go collect even more stuff. You know, Runko, there's something I've always wondered. What exactly happened to this world? They say that the light was stolen from us by a really bad man. Ever since, it's been all anyone could do just to survive. Nobody cares about anyone but themselves, and they never help anyone else out. Anyway, I think it's super boring to live like that. Don't you think it'd be fun if we could rebuild this city and everyone could live together? I feel like if you're around, anything can happen. We should do everything we can to make this town a great place to live. But we'll need loads and loads of materials to do that. That's why I asked you to make a chest. Alright, so it's agreed. We're gonna build the biggest, bestest city in the whole wide world. I'll have a think about what we need to build, and you'll build it. You are gonna help me, aren't you, Ronco? Aren't you? Well, I'm not gonna sit here and twiddle my fucking thumbs, that's for damn sure. Let's break a few more shits. That's another thing. You'll notice that the town isn't very level. Let me do this real quick. Oak Club. Of course, we're not going to we're going to switch to the one that we've already got, you know, there, because you don't want to use a fresh one when you have a damaged one. You want to make sure that your weapons, that you always have a fresh weapon spare, so you don't want to go switching around between weapons willy-nilly. You want to make sure that the used weapon is the one that stays with you until it breaks, and then you have a fresh spare. It's going to be a lot of work to turn this place into a huge city, isn't it? Is there anything I can do to help? Like, maybe I could build something. That would be pretty helpful, wouldn't it? But if I'm going to build things, I'm going to need a room to work in. Just like the one in this picture. Ranko, can you build me a room like the one I've drawn? Please? Pretty please? It would seem that your example has awoken within young Pippa the will to build. Blueprints, such as the one she has gifted unto you, may be laid on the ground by pressing square. Again, more tutorial shit. Didn't even realize it. It's just so there. Basically, to complete a blueprint, once you put it on the ground, you just put everything in place the way it tells you. And of course, as I mentioned before, you can only have your any room that the villagers are going to use. You can only have it inside the area marked by this light. Oh, and the room. Yeah, no shit. We've already established that rooms need a door. You don't need to tell me this shit again. Again, it's this need to just keep hammering shit into people's heads. Now let's get rid of them. So they shit. Now we could put the blueprint somewhere. And make it. Now as you put things in, you see that white light that kind of emanates when you put shit down? That tells you that you're doing it right. Now, to complete a blueprint, you're going to need to have specific materials. Oh, no, 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 no. Give me that. Let me put these here. That's for later. No, wait. There we go. And you press the touchpad and it shows you the materials you need and where you need to put them. So I need to finish up these dirt blocks and then a bonfire, the workstation, a straw door, and a chest. Easy peasy. So let me do this and I'll show you why later. Very quick. Put the workstation in place. Straw door. And a bonfire. So now we just put these last couple of things in. And the door. And now we have a stonemason workshop. And now we could get rid of some of this shit. You might wonder why I'm trying to keep it a simple shape. As mentioned before, space is at a bit of a premium. So this sort of thing helps to give you a good room to build. We'll be changing this room later on when I have the ability to knock this shit down. Hooray, you built the workstation I asked for. Thanks, Ranko. It's just like the one in my picture. And this is a reminder that you'll be getting blueprints from time to time from townspeople as they need stuff, and that you can just go into the wilderness if you need materials. Or with some materials you'll need to kick some ass. And get a monster's parts or something. I'm gonna use my new workstation to build all sorts of stuff. I'll put it all on the chest at the end of the day, so you can take a look at all the amazing things I made. Now we have coarse cloth. And in the interest of keeping things going, I'll rest. And now it's morning, so we don't have to worry about much stronger monsters. Thanks again for the workroom, Ronco. Now we can make everything we need to rebuild the city. But it's not going to be much of a city with just the two of us living here. The truth is, when I was on my way here, I saw a suspicious-looking man lurking around nearby. He looked like a bit of a weirdo, so I waited until he went away and ran straight here. But maybe if we asked him to come and live with us, he might lend a hand in rebuilding the city? He was on the other side of the mountains the last time I saw him. Go and find him, Ronco, and get him to join us. And now we get a small tutorial about the compass. Basically, when you get a quest, you'll have a little marker on your compass, and you can follow it to find your objective. And pressing options, again, this is the PS4 version. I'm not sure what button it is on Switch. Probably start. Will get you the bird's eye view. Now we have a quest marker, and now we can follow the quest marker. Not sure what we can do with this coarse cloth yet, but I'm sure that as we find more shit... Fuck you, pal. Boom. The milk blossom buds, by the way, give you milk blossom flowers, which will give you white petals. So if you're lacking in... get these fucking plum berries. If you're lacking in, say, healing cream, you put the petals in, get your little, get your petals off these flowers. Boom, boom. Hey, we found a chimera feather, which gives us the recipe for the chimera wing, which I think is 3 of these feathers. So it's a good idea to kill chimera whenever you get a chance. The bonfire is burning brightly. It looks like it's been freshly stoked. Somebody must be nearby. So now we have another fucking marker, which means more running. Hey, bitch, come here. Thankfully, as far as I remember, the game isn't quite as handholdy the whole time. You know, it lets you discover at least some things by yourself. I mean, it'll give you new recipes for rooms and stuff, but it's not like it's gonna keep... But it doesn't keep reminding you all the fucking time that that you can do basic shit, you know what I'm saying? It really picks up after Cantlin, I find. Anyway, we have another room. Hey, look, another bed. These ancient books are so difficult to read. Deciphering the Cantlin Chronicle might take much longer than I originally thought. The handwriting is so bad that Ronco cannot summon the will to read anymore. Huh. Funny thing is, they're trying to make it sound like that was an exceptionally badly written letter. But when I was in high school, motherfuckers would write like that. And this was in the 90s, so you can't really blame it on text messaging. Thank you for the fucking chimera feather. I don't know why these things are called chimeras, by the way. Aren't chimeras supposed to have like 3 different animal types in one fucking creature? Or am I fucking up my my mythological beings? I really think Wyvern was a much better name for those guys. Now we have coral lily buds, which gives us pink petals, which we don't have any recipes for yet. Some mushrooms. And now, as you can see, the bag is full. Let's eat some of these fucking things to keep our hunger meter full. Hello? Somebody there? Rotten monsters have buried me alive. They've completely covered me in earth. I can't get out. Please, whoever you are, get me out of here. Yes, we already know about the directions. Grab that. It's already open, you dumb son of a bitch. Oh, come the fuck on. Fine, I'll fucking destroy the rest of them. And finally. Whew. Free at last. I cannot thank you enough, young lady. But tell me, who exactly are you? I'm sure I will remember such a funny-looking face. What? You say you're building a town near here? By my bushy beard, that is wonderful news. Let me help. Let me join your city and help to rebuild it. What are you pulling that face for? You look like you just swallowed an insect. Well, you may make whatever strange face you like. I'll find my way to your town whether you like it or not. I am Rollo. Or Royo, however the fuck you say that name. The proud owner of that most venerable of books, the Kentlin Chronicle. I assure you that it and I will prove invaluable to this new city of yours. Now, lead the way. So now we have to drag Rollo around, and this really makes me wish I already had one of those fucking Chimera wings ready, because when you use them, party members will teleport with you. But in this game, the AI can get stuck in spots if you try to climb or do anything like that. So it's best to either use said wings or to just walk the long way around. Yeah, I'm taking you with me, you stupid sack of shit. And so off to home we go. There seems to be goodies on the other side of this lake. But I'm not going to be able to mine with this this oak club, so best not to bother. Anyway, we have a sign. There's an old signpost here. A lot of writing underneath. Basically, what this says is, this is a sign from not too long after the people lost the ability to build shit. Basically, it's talking about how monsters roam without any sort of resistance. The cities fall in. People don't even know how to fucking read anymore. It's so bad. So this guy's like, you know what? There's no way in hell I can stop this world from going to shit, but you know what? I can at least try to record it. So he's gonna go all around Alefgard and take notes of what's happened. And, you know, he's hoping to try to get all this stuff into a book. And that if anybody who finds this can, he's hoping that they'll follow his footsteps and figure out what the hell, and find out what happened as well. So Reginald Augustus Grains, Cantlin Brigade of Gods. which is about as fucking posh a fucking name as you can get. Oh, come on. I'm taking you to the fucking town. Stop bothering me. Yay! You found someone to join our town. What's that? You think he seems a bit shady? You might be right there. That's why I avoided him in the first place. When I first saw him, he was giggling to himself and stroking this enormous book. But he's got a beard. He must be pretty dependable, right? You know, I'm not sure how one really links to the other. But what the fuck do I know, right? And he must be really clever too. I mean, he's got such a big bushy beard after all. But anyway, now that we've found a new friend, we can all work together to make this the best city in the whole of Alefgard. We have a seat of life. Wait. Did it go to the chest? No. Let's put some of this crap in there, though. Put away. Put away. Put away. Tidy up, tidy up. That away, too. Okay, we have space now. Let's, see if I can get that fucking thing. People don't have beards. Just people more. So on the floor, he'll get. Oh, so I've basically just lost that that seed of life, and I'm not getting it back. That sucks. By my bristly brows, this town is positively brimming with life. Why, I do believe that the Cantlin Chronicle describes this very place. It's the perfect location to bring the legendary city of Cantlin back to life. Oh, my mention of the legendary tome piques your interest, does it? The Cantlin Chronicle is an invaluable volume of ancient knowledge passed down in my family over countless generations. It is many hundreds of years old, and its pages tell of mankind's hapless history and the lost art of creation and construction. Deciphering this ancient text could reveal secrets vital to the restoration of this once great city. Our meeting is no mere coincidence, Ronco. I assure you we are destined to rebuild this magnificent town together. So now Royo is part of the crew. It's again, let's knock some of this fucking dirt down so we have a bit of space. Anyway, we're an hour in, so I'm gonna save real quick. And boom. Yes, I wish to overwrite that old data. And we are and we're good for part 1. We'll be doing more of this as time passes. I hope you're having a good time. I know I am. Be sure to let me know how you feel about the video. And in the meantime, God bless you all. Have a great day.